course, you can never take the spirit of intro out of the man.
Go ahead.
You take the electronic device. Hello, everyone. What's good? It's your boy, the whimsical spirit of the Feywilds, back again today, guys. We are playing some Blight and Bytopia's Funko Funny Light-Hearted Whimsy Edition. This is the fun part of the week. So, everyone, I hope you're ready to enjoy yourselves. Obviously, you might need 48 hours to prepare for the reckoning. But today we're going to be experiencing joy together. So,
Oh my god.
so before torture and horror, and so just revel in this, I guess. What I mean to say is really appreciate this, because you don't know what you've got until the DM is locking you in a room with corpses and making you listen to like whispery incels, and it's really hard, guys. Please help. The DM is torturing us. The DM is killing us. Help.
Very good.
I can't believe he's dead.
The assassin done its job.
Thank God.
Over to merch.
Well, I was gonna have Blitz roll this, but I'll just roll it, pretending to be Blitz.
Finally, a Denny roll for the merch. Let's go.
Denny roll, merch time.
All right, so there's only going to be 16 of these, and they are actually just like gray, like champion gray shirts with white font that just says Gray Soul Industries.
Yo!
Retweet. I'm buying 10.
I'm buying one for my dog.
I have to confess, I don't know if it's just because of what happened on the Tuesday game, but one day I woke up and I must have been half asleep still, because I heard. Now I don't live at home anymore with my parents, but I could have sworn I heard my dad knocking and calling my name, and I shouted back. So I don't know what my neighbours thought hearing me go, nah. Just not even a proper like yell, just yeah, like I'm awake kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't had that since then. I'm trying to think of more spooky things that have happened to me specifically. I can't think of anything, so actually what I'm going to do is recommend a TV show that I just started. It's like a sci-fi animated series called Scavenger's Reign on Netflix. There is malevolent flowers, so it's relevant.
Nice.
And the best character is, of course, a robot called Levi, who is becoming more in tune with nature. It's very fun. Do recommend. Very short episodes, and very interesting, like world building and stuff.
Sick.
So, yeah. Art Corner.
Hello. Don't know if anyone can hear me. How do I sound?
Can
do
hear
I sound
you.
okay?
You sound delicious.
You
sound
sound
delightful.
gorgeous.
Nice. I'm flipping a coin, and ramen and chicken. There we go. Boom. That's what I mean. Have some ramen. Have some chicken. Leftover chicken.
Yum. I want ramen and chicken.
It's good.
It's too early, actually.
Ramen. And Shan.
We're back around. Thank you. To recap last week. Last session was a near session. Basically what Blitz said, the party were pretty much holed up in a crashed airship, hoping that the wards created by these pendants that they were given would fend off the creatures on the outside. It was like two and a bit hours of mostly that, and then they went back to town, had a chat, started drawing up some suspicions on how they might be able to, escape the town. And then the rest of the party went to look at an old house where an incident TM happened, and that's where we left off last week. So that's what we'll be picking up on Tuesday, I believe, for y'all. But this session, the last time we left off, we had Lowen and the fairy tale Primordial Whimsies and co. Hit the Fluttering Library, realize that they need to go find the Vorpal Sword, and to do that they need to find the Mad Hatter, which is today. How really exciting. And I have something to read, as I always do. Let's go. Let's do it. It's time to win.
This music's so eerie.
Right? Once upon a starlit eve, we trod Elfame, ne'er to leave, a realm by dream and fable spun, myths and dance neath moon and sun. A hatter mad you set off to find, for his topsy-turvy frame of mind. Back we return to the Wonderwood, for the Vorpal Sword and all that's good. Callooh Callay to the Hatter's domain, where you're not mad if you're not insane. With his glittering eyes and delightful tea, he shall bestow wisdom to the prophecy. That is, if you can piece his riddles together before he reaches the end of his tether. You can't forget we're all mad here, and what else do you expect from Wonderland's seer? Others may tout their knowledge or grace, many weave magic right in front of your face, but there is no other in Elfame to match the Mad Hatter when finding the Bandersnatch. A saving grace we still hope to find, that spark to free our hearts and mind, yet shadows loom and hope is thin in the whimsical realm of Elfame. We are traversing. We are moving out. I believe if you haven't already taken your short rest, you should have gotten one. So don't forget that. But last we left off, we were leaving the Fluttering Library. So we've got Lowen, JJ, Crag, ACAB, no, Thimble. You're walking through the Wonderwood. It's a little bit different from the Milkwood, and you can kind of almost immediately tell. The Milkwood, the trees are quite pale. The bark itself is like papery thin. The trees are also very tall and narrow. But as soon as you hit the Wonderwood, you get those kind of old familiar trees, the ones that are like large, round, shaped oddly, and the path itself begins to wind. You'll kind of turn and you'll move back and you'll realize that you're moving in the opposite direction. But JJ, who, maybe is from around here or maybe knows the way from befriending the Hatter, informs you that this is the correct way. And sometimes you have to go backward to go forward. The sunlight is kind of dappling through the high canopy. There's this kind of faint aroma of almost like a dreamy kind of lavender scent in the air. And it's a lot of walking, admittedly. It takes you probably the greater half of the day to get here. But you do. Just ahead of you, a clearing kind of appears, and ahead, nestling among a, I guess, thriving garden, you see what you've come to see. A long, kind of crooked table, which is laden with these motley arrangements of high tea memorabilia. There's pots, little broken cups, lots of porcelain. There's even mugs and more kind of modern appliances. And they're all filled with like delights and delectable treats. You can see them from a distance. They almost look like cakes. They're so perfectly placed. Over the time of your walking, you have all kind of gotten bigger. The effects of the little sippies, the drink me, have worn off. So you're all small/medium size again. You see the table itself. It's like it's undulating very gently, like it's kind of breathing or sentient. The teapots are whistling, and there's chairs of various sizes surrounding the table. At the head of the table, you see there's a particularly like long-backed chair that's upholstered. I know that word now because I upholster. And you see the man himself. You see in a colourful arrangement of ribbons and bows the Mad Hatter. And I'm actually not playing the Mad Hatter. We've actually got a special guest joining us today.
Oh.
To play the Hatter. Who will be here momentarily?
It's me!
It's you!
Makes it especially unfortunate that you haven't got your... Oh.
Yay ha!
Oh god!
Yay!
Here to kill us.
He's here to kill us again! CJ is here to play the Mad Hatter. CJ loves playing freaky little guys. This is a perfect arrangement. I think everybody has played with CJ, but maybe Art hasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
CJ, Art, CJ, you're both the coolest people alive. Perfect.
CJ fucked us up. Art, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled.
What's your pronouns?
I need your pronouns. Give them to me. I need more.
Oh my god. What if the Mad Hatter asks our pronouns and then we just tell
Hatter
them?
will absolutely steal your pronouns.
Oh my god, it's June as well. The Feywild
You
Whimsy.
can't do that.
No.
It's Pride Month. Give me back my pronouns.
It's Pride Month. It's only for me. It's my month. It's my month now.
Actually, I think we did play together once when I was Yinlin.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think.
Very cool.
Chan, I always forget that fucking SpongeBob.
I love him, Yona. Very fucking cool. Let me organize. You can drag yourselves out in the bottom right here, by the way.
Yes, I played a rabbit.
Hey, I'm playing a rabbit now.
I do like that I can just be a fire.
CJ, did you want to introduce what the Hatter looks like for everybody as they approach?
Sure. Well, the best picture I could find, he's a little bit hot. So
Oh god.
sorry about that.
Oh no.
he he's a yeah. On first look, he just seems kind of like a rather tall, thin, eclectically dressed guy, with kaleidoscopic eyes, one might say. They are constantly shifting into new colors, and they're not always the same one. It's kind of completely random. He's very nicely dressed, but I've cobbled this together by my own hand, and I really liked this color ribbon one day, and a different one the next. But as you watch him, he seems to kind of be humming to himself, pouring himself a cup of tea. And as with all things in the Feywild, there is something just slightly off. Just facial structure a little too angular, arms and fingers and legs just a touch too long. Enough to trigger that something ain't quite right here vibe. But he's also definitely hot.
Good to know. I'm writing this down.
And you are free to act as you so wish. You are on the other side of that river there.
I look over at JJ. You know this guy, so I'm gonna just follow your lead.
He was actually like fixing something. Like you see him with like thieves' tools as you're talking. Like, It just keeps walking. Then once he gets to the
seems
clearing,
completely oblivious to your presence.
yeah, that's pretty much how JJ is until once he gets to the clearing, and then he'll put his tools away. He kind of waits until Lowen catches up, and then he whispers to Lon,
just make sure you just grab a seat somewhere, just not across from the Mad Hatter.
Sorry, the music was too high up. I had to turn it down. What did you say?
Well, you can take a seat anywhere, just not across from the Mad Hatter.
Right. Okay, I wasn't planning on it.
Also, not near him.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay.
Any seat from here to here.
What? Are those rules real? Like, would Thimble also know those rules?
"Oh no, they're definitely. I mean, you two, I think, are perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure you would be fine." JJ's telling Lowen that because I think Lowen's new, but I don't
You
know if
think?
it's really real.
I've been here before.
Jenny was hovering my token over the chair, like across from the Mad Hatter. No, he's doing it again.
JJ will gesture a seat that's closer to the Mad Hatter, even though he said not to sit. that
What
close.
the fuck?
So it'll be like over here, but not like over there. It'll be like over
Okay.
here. Like this.
Lowen's already so tired.
Lowen,
Just
be mindful. Follow your instincts.
The instant
No.
someone pulls a chair out and sits down, the Mad Hatter immediately with a sharp clink drops the cup he's holding onto his tea tray, and his head jerks up towards you as he goes, "Oh, no guests, no room, sorry."
Hatter, please. We've
Yeah.
a newcomer. They don't know the rules.
He kind of like adjusts his glasses a little bit. Is that you, Hare?
look around.
Jack was writing in his notebook.
It was that was the rock.
Oh.
Yes, sorry, Hatter. Last time we met, I was an inanimate object carried in Jack's pocket.
Actually,
What kind?
it might be a good idea for us to all intro the characters for CJ, so CJ knows what's up.
That is true.
Let's start with Kaz, because you're the first on my Discord list. Oh, Thimble.
Right. Yeah, you see Thimble. He's a little garden gnome. Like, he's a gnome, but he's dressed like a garden gnome. Short, squat. He's got a button kind of slung over his back, along with a backpack full of flowers. And you see a sewing needle at his hip, tied into a twist tie belt. And he has a pine cone staff that he kind of leans against his chair as he sits down.
So fucking cool. Art?
Yeah, so you see a rabbit. Honestly, JJ Jumpin' Jack has met the Mad Hatter before, yeah, he has a bunch of gizmos. You would know he's basically an artificer. A lot of times he's quite introverted. He doesn't really speak that much. He usually seems like he's always busy doing something, some sort of tinkering. But yeah.
Cool. Blitzmonk.
Crag of Blood is this little, like a statuette that waddles around. Occasionally, parts of him like grind together, and form, and like grit falls off of his body. He when he speaks, he just opens his mouth into a little O, and then sound comes out. Someone's he looks like something out of the Lego movie. He's been very carefully whittled into this little priest-looking thing, like a rock wearing priest robes. But he somehow his expression is quite stern and serious, and he I think he wears a massive curved blade on his back that is perpetually dripping with blood.
Lowen?
So take the token with a pinch of salt. That's like basically what Lowen ordinarily looks like, sort of 5'7", 5'8", slender built. And they have quite long hair, but at the moment their hair is brown and their eyes are like a bright blue, and they've got this sort of tan, freckled skin. The rest of them sort of like looks the same. It's just the coloring, I guess.
Very nice.
The Hatter's going to reach out and pick up a teapot, grab the cup nearest to him that is empty, and tilt it over to start pouring. And JJ, you would see in front of you the cup begins to fill with the tea he is pouring on the other side of the table.
Mm-hmm. He's like writing down, and then like it's almost like he knows that it's happening. So without looking, he actually just grabs it, and then he takes a sip, and then he places it back down, and he keeps on writing. He's like, "Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hatter.
Yeah.
There is something our new companion would very much like to seek.
A new companion? And he darts his eyes around the table until they land on, I'm not familiar with the character names, Lowen?
Yeah.
And his eyes kind of go a little bit wide. Oh, hello there.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh no. Hey.
Hatter, please be gentle.
Oh, as a babe, Machi boy, of course. I never do something untoward. Tell me, dear, is it your birthday today?
Unfortunately not.
Fabulous! He slaps his hands down on the table. That means we have a party on our hands then. Oh, I'm very happy on birthday to you. And he begins, he kind of flicks his fingers, and teapots, trays, all manner of little items, just legs develop and they start scurrying around in a completely random seeming manner and then resettle. It's just as chaotic as it was before and seems to not really have changed anything outside of positioning, but he looks very pleased with himself as he looks over at you.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Of course. It's not every day you have it on birthday. Only 364 days of the year, after all.
Lauren kind of pauses. Like, oh no, that's true. That ain't wrong. So what can I call you? Just is Hatter okay? Is there something else you like to be called?
I would like to be called at all, but Hatter works fine. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, your friend JJ is correct. I'm looking for something, and I've been told that you're the person to come to for those kinds of things. So,
the person to come to for many things. My company is very much sought after. But for you and an old friend, and he kind of looks down at JJ, I think I have a bit of time. I can sketch out in my book. And he pulls out a book, flips open an incredibly long page that is all only for today.
Oh.
Nothing is written on it.
Oh.
And he blocks out a small, tiny part of it and goes, okay, perfect. We have just enough time.
Oh, but again, your generosity is much appreciated, Hada. I won't beat around the bush in that case. We're looking for the Vorpal sword.
You need tea, don't you? It's your birthday after all. What is your favorite kind? Oolong, grey, Earl Grey, which is slightly different. Green.
I quite like chamomile.
Oh, excellent choice. And he kind of taps his finger against the table, and one of the teapots nearest to you, the lid of it kind of jostles for a second, and then a tiny little mouse in a sleeping hat comes crawling out.
Oh no!
Here he is.
Oh.
Oh no. We're gonna have to keep it.
And Dormouse is especially fond of chamomile. I don't know if you could tell. As the Dormouse kind of sleepily wanders across the table over to you, dragging a cup behind it with its tail that it has kind of just randomly wrapped around any kind of given cup, and it pulls it up before you where there is now a steaming cup of delicious smelling chamomile, and even smelling it makes you a little drowsy. It's a sleepy time tea.
Thank you, that's very kind. The dormouse.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at.
Oh dear, he's falling asleep.
Oh, okay. Is he okay? Does he need like a...
Does one not take a nap from time to time? I might settle in for one myself. And he kind of leans back in the chair, crosses his fingers, and closes his eyes.
I would...
That was refreshing. All right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
And he kind of looks over to the other two at the table. Tell me what it is you two would like. We can't have an birthday party without everyone served. And JJ, I'm so very sorry, my dear. I believe it's your own birthday too. I've completely forgotten.
You're very much correct. It's my own birthday as well.
Oh, thank goodness. I was quite worried I would be wrong.
You're usually right.
Oh, you.
Still writing.
Tell me, little gnome, what would you have to drink today?
He squints at the slight. You have any soda?
The smile slides right off of the Hatter's face. No.
Okay.
We have tea. What kind
I'm
of
good
tea?
then.
No! What kind of tea would you like?
He just like frantically looks over the table for sugar.
Maybe iced tea, Thimble.
We are cultured here. JJ, I don't know if you've forgotten in your journeys. We don't see that here. And he kind of just clicks his tongue, picks up a cup that's full of holes, pours it full of peppermint tea, where the tea is slowly leaking out of the holes, but given that the cup is more hole than cup, it's at an extremely slow rate, and he hands it over, and a sugar tray walks up in front of you and kind of clicks its little tongs at you with sugar on its back.
He fills the cup with sugar and then just pours in whatever tea is closest.
I think the sugar cubes would plug the holes. It just solidifies as part of the cup.
It's genius.
And you, my little friend. Geologic wonder that you are. What would you like?
Why, thank you. I will have a green tea.
Sorry, I'm trying to be clever.
Please,
Dude.
you are being. You're doing
You
well.
are so
You're
good.
doing well.
I'm like kicking my little feet.
He's gonna pick up a kettle that's nearby, and he kind of tilts it over towards his empty hand, frowns a little when nothing happens, and gives it a shake, and a saucer comes falling out into his hand, followed by a teacup, a perfect amount of green tea, and 2 sugar cubes, which he then slides across the table where it lands perfectly in front of you.
He sticks out his little rectangular arms. He's got no fingies, so he just clamps the cup between these 2 rocks and puts them to his mouth. He opens his mouth and there's a horrible sound as liquid pours into the stone and then gets drained.
The Hatter seems delighted you like your tea, and another cup immediately walks up and settles down in front of you.
Drat. He leans up. He leans up to Lowen and says, "Lowen, I appear to have fallen for the Hatter's charms. Whatever you do, don't drink that tea until we've learned of the Vorpal sword."
What's that? I can't quite hear you.
I was saying that it's my unbirthday as well.
Oh my goodness, a triple event! Oh wait, no, that's quadruple because me too. Yes! Oh, this is quite an exciting day indeed. He kind of grabs a petal as it's floating past him, and as he turns his wrist, it turns into this really delicate little pastry that he takes a bite out of. Nothing like a sweet birthday treat. I do hope everything is all right, my dear. And he kind of turns back to Lowen, seeing that she has not, or they have not partaken yet. My apologies.
Yeah, everything's fine. And Lauren picks up the cup and takes a little sip of the tea.
He smiles with a very wide, very toothy grin that, under the understanding you had met the Cheshire Cat already, reminds you of that guy. So, and he kind of shimmies his shoulders a little bit in excitement as he leans forward and places both his elbows on the table, laces his fingers together and rests his chin on his hands. He looks a little weird, kind of having to, the way he's hunched, the proportions aren't quite right. Like he's struggling to appropriately get his head down to where his hands are. And he looks very intently across the table at the hair for a very long moment before turning back to Lowen. What? What brings you across this quest for the Vorpal sword?
It's a long story, but honestly,
I have a bit more time if you need me to. And he starts pulling the thing out to block out more time.
I mean, the gist of it is I ended up here in this forest, and I'm looking to rescue a child, and I've been told that they're likely to be in the custody of the queen.
Right.
And then,
And you plan to perhaps say off with her head? Is that it?
I mean, I'm gonna do what I can to get the kid out, and apparently there's some kind of prophecy that involves her and the Vorpal sword, so...
He kind of leans back and claps his hands together delightedly. Oh, there are always prophecies with the sword. It's delightful in that way. Last Alice used it to behead the Jabberwock. I guess you're our new Alice. We've been waiting so very long for a new Alice to come along. Last one was so very delightful.
Oh, is it okay if I keep my name, though? I don't want to be Alice, I'd like to be Lord.
Of course, new Alice, you can keep whatever you want. I'm not one to take.
Alright. Did Alice end up leaving? Did she stay here?
Anyway, he turns to JJ. Tell me, my old friend, how have your journeys been? I so missed you these past... How long has it been? I don't know. Journeys, tell of them, yes.
Well, it's been 101 days. Also, we've just been doing what we can, saving, allies. You know, rebellion.
Well, it's been 273 days here, but that's all right. Saving allies, how very noble. What are you writing about?
Oh, well, I usually just write about a bunch.
He puts the book away. He's like,
sorry, have I been asked for more? I could move closer if you will want.
Upon saying that, your chair would start walking with you still in it until it deposits you. It comes to rest right next to the Hatter.
Okay.
And he leans in very close to you with a wide smile on his face, clearly just absolutely delighted by this turn of events. So you've come quite the hero. What a rare treat.
I'm more so, if anything, I am I assist them.
He kind of gestures over Thimble and Crag.
Jack is being modest. His powers have doubled since the last time you both met.
Have they really? Oh, my dear Hare, don't ever sell yourself short. Being boring is the worst crime of them all, and an assistant is pretty boring. No, I think the hero you shall be. And he reaches out, picks up a teacup, tilts it over, and shakes it to make sure, and of course, absolutely nothing comes out, but he seems to be shaking it to get all the last drops, as if there were some, before he places it delicately between your ears on your head, upside down, like
I actually have something that I think you would probably like.
You've bought me a present on my own birthday.
He's gonna pull out.
Machi. Oh my
He's gonna pull out what looks like a small little cog.
Oh.
And he places it on the table, and he slides it over, and he says,
Smell it.
The Hatter, without question, plucks the cog up and sniffs it so hard it goes in one nostril before tumbling out of the other.
You would smell. It's basically you would smell a hint of lavender and honey, and yeah, it's just a nice sweet smell.
He kind of turns the cog over in his hand, contemplating it, and clearly you've inspired him because a cup of lavender tea fills itself, and he twists his fingers to one of those little combs that you use to like distribute honey, which I've always really wanted, even though I don't eat honey. Of course, dripping with the perfect amount of honey that he dips in and starts swirling the tea with. What is this fascinating little thing?
Oh, it's just something that I can do. I could make things, do things that they normally wouldn't be able to do.
So your powers now extend to making things smell like other things. That is delightful! Oh my goodness! Oh, but wield such abilities!
Yes. Oh, but we're distracted. Sorry. No.
Aren't we all? I'd rather prefer to be distracted than distracted. That's just a personal choice.
No. Hatter, please. The Vorpal sword.
The Vorpal sword goes snicker snack. Yes, you're looking for the sword, the Vorpal sword, the sword that's Vorpal.
Exactly.
Oh, right, sword. Yes. I know where it is. He does not. He leans back and sits there patiently, like he's. It doesn't even occur to him to elaborate further.
So hard.
Lowen leans closer.
His little head cross is pointing at the Hatter.
Would you happen to be able to tell us?
He leans forward excitedly now and kind of waves his hands, extending his long fingers, almost like you would jazz hands, and says, "Somewhere else."
Is that the name of a place in this forest? I'm looking around at everyone. Lowen's just like, yeah, anything
Alex,
goes in this place.
Don't be silly, my dear. I'm just trying to let you know that it's not here. It's somewhere else. I think that's helpful.
Okay. Do you happen to know its exact location?
Well, nobody does. Not even the one who hid it away. That's the delightful thing about the Lone Isle. It likes to move around every now and then.
So it's on the Lone Island.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
The problem is not knowing that it's on the island. The problem is knowing where the island is. And then, of course, where it is on the island, which is its own problem. Samberg.
Hatter, do you know where the isle is?
A queen told one whose heart was turned to glimpse away with sword unearned and deep within the Toby woods. On lonely isle the blade is stood. I don't know where it is, but I could.
You could know where it is.
Yes, as many people can know many things if they apply themselves appropriately. And he takes a long slurp of his tea and kind of gestures with his eyes for you to also continue drinking your tea. Which has been, every time you take a sip, it has continuously refilled itself to be so full, if you tilt it a little bit, it would come sloshing out.
Oh no, I take very delicate sips.
He seems pleased by that.
At one point, Crag has the cup in two hands and is just perpetually pouring the entire thing into his mouth, and it's just constantly refilling, just splashing all over him.
As you're doing that, to make a teacup has climbed on top of the first one and is pouring itself into the other one, and on top of that one has climbed a tea kettle with a second and then a third tea kettle, so you have this massive stack above you as they all are pouring into themselves all the way down into your mouth.
There is a very satisfied, like, massive gulping.
The Hatter looks absolutely delighted by that. Now this is a gentleman who knows how to celebrate an unbirthday. Might have to get the big cup.
Okay,
Thank you
so
for your generosity.
if you applied yourself, how would you do that to find the sword?
I think if I looked very hard, I might be able to find it.
Okay.
I'm very good at looking very hard.
Right. Is there anything we can do to help you look very hard?
Well, perhaps so. It does get so very lonely looking around for things for very long periods of time. And of course, you have your traditional horrible forces of darkness and evil that don't necessarily like when you're looking for the things.
ACAB!
ACAB!
He's right.
Yes, ACAB! Isn't that right, Dormouse? And the Dormouse kind of pops the tea lid off of the kettle they've slid into. And then sinks back down into the pot.
Right. Well, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Oh. Alice, that is so very generous of you. Lots of threats made by the dawn. Lots of threats made by the dawn. It's just a promise of violence. You kids want to make some bacon? I don't think it would be rather unfair of me to not give you warning in advance that this sword you look for, it's, well, it's guarded. The Lone Isle is not so lonely after all, one might say.
Hatter, Lowen is the chosen one. The one of which the prophecy speaks.
Who's Lowen?
Sorry, New Alice.
Oh, New Alice! I knew it! I knew it! Oh, no!
New Alice is the one of which the prophecy speaks. They have the power. I have seen it.
They have the power. And he kind of gives Lowen a new look up and down. Well, they don't smell like old Alice, but I suppose that's why they would be new Alice.
I mean, I'm not any Alice at all. I'm Lauren. That's
Of course, new Alice, of course.
okay.
Well, then surely you are familiar with the Jabberwock.
No.
No, new Alice. Well, that makes sense. The Jabberwock was killed by old Alice, so it's not really a problem anymore. Snicker snack with the vocal blade. Off with his head, Alice bade. She left it dead, and with its head she came galumphing back.
Crag bows his head reverently, as if like a prayer is being spoken when the tale of Alice is being told.
Lauren has their head bowed already, but it's in their hand. So
the Hatter takes off his hat, which and holds it out before him as like in front of his heart, like when you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance. And
even JJ kind of stops writing for a moment.
Such a delightful girl. You know, it happened to be her own birthday when she passed through here, and we passed quite a lovely time. Right up until she didn't, and she ruined the whole thing, but that's okay.
how did she ruin things?
Oh, you know.
We cannot speak ill of Alice.
It's true. All things begin with time. And even though she was here but a short bit ago, or a medium time ago, or perhaps even a very long time ago indeed, somewhere within that realm, we have long since forgiven Alice. Old Alice. New Alice has not yet needed to be forgiven. Consider yourself pre-given.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to need to be forgiven.
No. You don't need to be forgiven. It's already been done. Preemptively, of course.
You are pre-given.
Great. I'll bear that in mind.
Delightful. Could you bear something else in mind? And he reaches back like he's going to try and give her something to put into her head before he kind of frowns and realizes. And he looks back at her, kind of looks up and down one more time and says, never mind, I didn't want it. Your head was quite too small for that particular thought. I'll tuck it back away again.
Okay. I appreciate that.
How's the gnome doing?
He's chilling. He's just sipping his tea.
Adder seems delighted that he's sipping the tea.
It's mostly sugar, but he's going for it. He's trying to figure out how to carbonate it.
He's like chewing as he's drinking it.
Gnome and Magical make two sides of the heart of sugar.
The sugar he used is kind of like that Wonder Snow, where when you get it wet, there's more and more and more of it.
Yo.
So the more tea you drink, the more it's just like tea-saturated sugar.
Yum, yum, yum.
There's absolutely delicious little yummy cakes on the table. You can.
No, I'm not. Different question, but.
Yeah. Hey, I've got a ladder.
If your head's too small, just eat some cake.
No, you see, a thought grows with the person.
But what if you put the thought in after?
I don't know. But I'd rather not risk the thought getting that pig without out here. Perhaps later, though. It shall be an experiment of sorts.
Makes sense. Drops another sugar
Of
cube.
course, not today. Today is an on-birthday, and it would be uncouth to perform science experiments on an on-birthday. This is a time for celebration, and, finding... Oh, what was it again?
The Vorpal sword.
The Vorpal sword! Yes, that one. I can find the sword for you. But be known, new Alice, that despite the Jabberwock's timely demise, there are still great beasts wandering these woods, quite the nasty creatures.
I think the prophecy mentioned something about a Bandersnatch, right?
The Bandersnatch, a nasty catch with Mervine claw and jaws that latch. And have you heard the Jub bird? Its slinker is quite absurd.
No, I haven't heard of that bird. Oh god, now I'm doing it too.
Yes.
Lowen imagines what the others... Lowen's picturing what the others are going through, just like chilling out in the woods. In reality, they're having the worst time.
Please send us here.
You seem quite worried about your lost friends.
Yeah, I am.
It is a terrible thing to lose a friend. A kind of just out of the corner of his eye glances over at JJ next to him.
Oh.
One can find themselves quite lonely when left alone.
He's still writing.
Hatter doesn't seem to really expect him to respond in any sort of way. He's just kind of tapping his fingers, looking at Lowen.
I'm sorry to hear that you've been lonely.
I never said that. Well,
okay.
Your friends are certainly going to be fine. Nothing bad ever happens here. No, nothing at all. Fear not.
Okay. I'll take your word for it and just think positively.
I do love a positive thought. They like to float through the air in such a delightful way. All right, and he kind of claps his hands together. Once everyone is finished with their tea, I shall take you with me. That was an accidental rhyme, that one.
Yeah, that was good.
So...
Let me see if I can do this.
Lowen has another sip of tea.
Anybody that has drunk from the Hatter's tea, which I believe is everyone, right?
Oh god.
You will get a 1d4 bless for the next hour. No concentration required.
Nice.
Bless up!
Nah, let's get a move on, boys.
Let's sprint there. Let's go straight to the queen, just fight her now.
The power of bless.
I think it's a good idea. Wait, I'm sorry, I can't remember who's playing Jack.
Articus.
Sorry, that's me. I'm just checking something.
Okay, no, you're good. I was just trying to. I was like, I know who's playing Lowen and I know who's playing the gnome because Denny was so excited about it.
The gnome fucking rocks. The gnome rocks so bad.
It was so cute because he kept being like, "Oh, we're playing this thing on Sunday, and I get to be this gnome and this, that, the other." And I'm like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Ah,
Look at this guy.
This dude.
Boots.
he's the
Crazy.
fucking
I
best.
didn't. He was like describing what was happening in your campaign, and I was like, "That's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow."
Wow. Crazy. See you soon. I'm gonna get a garden gnome in real life and call it Thimble and put it in my front yard and give it an acorn staff.
True.
The Hatter is going to take off his hat, place it down on the table so that the top of it is on the bottom and you can look into the hat. And it seems like at the start of it, it's lined with a very rich kind of velvety silk. But as it goes down into the hat, it seems to just keep going down until it's black. Like a deep pit. Hop in!
Very well.
Do that real quick. Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, I talked over you. Let's see.
Oh, no, I was just asking, like, are you sure?
This is the way, Lo.
Oh, okay.
Down the rabbit hole.
Indeed. Jack, I do hope you were taking good notes. That was all very, very important. And I don't want to have to repeat myself because I don't remember what I said.
Right, of course. I understand.
Right. I'm sure you do. Alright. And he just takes a step up onto his chair, and then, as if going up the stairs, he climbs his other leg up over the hat. As he stands up to do this, it's almost kind of giving the illusion of unfolding himself. He's weird. He's taller than he seemed when he was sitting. Like there's extra of him he was keeping tucked away. And then one long slender leg steps into the hat and keeps going down. And then he just kind of shifts sideways and goes into the hat.
I think Jack's gonna walk over to Lowen and just whisper to Lowen.
You've done a very good job. You've made friends.
Oh, do you think so? I wasn't sure really what he made of me, so...
You're still here, so that's good.
Oh, Jesus. What? What do you mean by that?
The Hatter pokes his head up out of the hat, so it's just his head, up above the brim. Coming along or not, time is money, and I have none.
Weird.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And he kind of goes back in with a...
Lowen, Alice herself once took this journey. This is a fabled route.
Okay, good for Alice. Is she okay now? Is she alive?
Lest we forget.
I have to say, none of you fill me with much confidence. You're,
You are the chosen one. You will bring balance to the Wonderwood.
You just see the red hat tip out of the top of the hat. I heard that, and it just disappears again.
Okay.
As you guys are standing there talking, you see the dormouse kind of blearily rubbing at its eyes, walk up onto the rim of the hat, and then fall over into it.
Oh no! I'm gonna climb in. I want to make sure the dwarf house is okay. I'm concerned.
That's what it's really all about.
Yeah.
You climb in. Jack and Crag, you are standing alone. There's an upturned hat on the table in front of you.
I'm sorry?
Are you going in?
Oh yeah, I wrote it down. I climbed in.
Very good. Crag, you in?
Crag looks to the sky and says, I hope you're down there, my love. And he'll climb in.
What?
Oh my god.
What's this
What?
wall?
Why do you want your love to be in my hat? Let's elucidate on that one.
Funny.
That's where the white rabbit is.
Oh my god.
So funny. You step into the hat. You all step into the hat. I imagine it's like a shrinking and a growing sensation. It's somehow both. Let me drag the group in.
So you, a hare, are cousins with a rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah, genetics are screaming at
Oh no!
The Hatter and the Dormouse.
Oh wow.
Seeing what is going on. Actually, let me see how long the spell lasts before I do this.
Yeah, you kind of, I guess, maybe float down to land on what looks like a kind of checkerboard. You see all around you the I guess domain, the demi-plane. CJ, if you wanted to add anything here, saw you, Cookie.
Yeah. As the Hatter reaches behind him into seemingly thin air, his arm disappears up to his elbow, and with a kind of final sucking sound, he just pulls the hat back out of existence, and places it on his head, which perhaps makes no sense, but does not really matter. And around you there floats a menagerie of what can only be lovingly described as crap. This seems like everything that the Hatter has just shoved in here over however many years, millennium, or seconds he's been here in the Wonderwood. You see playing cards floating through the air. There's a massive sewing needle with threads still attached. Every now and then, there seems to be something moving, but when you look at it, there's nothing alive. Nothing's moving, and it's super normal. Yeah. There's also fungus growing in here, apparently, because he doesn't clean it all the day.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Well, welcome to, this place, yeah. Yes. I much prefer this place to that place. But it's not quite as good as the other place.
But this place is near.
And no, near is over there. But
Far,
this is
then.
here.
Strange, I consider over there to be much more near than far. And here is far, but near is here.
No.
Well,
If
far
near
is
were
near.
here, then we'd be near. And we're not near. We're here.
But near is here.
No. Near's
Near
like
is
a
there.
2 forests over at least.
It is?
Yes. It's near,
Forgive me.
but it's not here. See?
Ah,
And far
Then
is
we are
closer. Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Big
well,
Nibble is
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which is a whole different thing entirely. Isn't that right, you Alice?
Yeah, sure.
You must forgive Lowen, they are still learning the ways of the Wrathcar.
Who's that?
New Alice.
Oh, yes, new Alice. Delightful. Chan, can you delete this token? Because I can't control it. I'm going to put this
Yeah.
in instead. I can't move the door mouse either.
Yeah, I will give you a little mousy mouse.
This okay. I imagine right now he would just kind of tilt an arm down. He doesn't have to lean all that far for his fingers to touch the floor, where it can just crawl up into his hand and then come up to rest on his shoulder. Dormouse, my beloved. Right.
There you go. I will delete this token because you won't be able to move it.
Danke. The dormouse? What the hell is a dormouse?
The dormouse.
It's a dorm mouse.
Yeah, it's called It Was Late.
It's okay. I forgive you because I love you and it's really fucking cute.
It's just a baby.
What's your step? Things do get a little bored and they like to, shift around every now and then. As do we all. Quite poetic, I think, in its way. I read a poem once.
What kind of poem?
Oh, my darling, I don't know. How would I remember a poem? That's quite difficult indeed. So many words.
I don't know. I used to know someone who would memorize poetry.
Quite droll. I think if your head is full of other people's words, then how can you possibly have your own? No, I'd much prefer to have my own.
Fire. That is fire. That is low-key so cool. Write that down.
We need that on merch.
That's a free one off the cuff for you, baby.
Excellent.
I mean, I suppose I see your point.
Alright. Well, he kind of leans back and cracks his knuckles. Luckily for you and me and you, but not him, and he doesn't point to anyone specifically when he says that. It's a rather simple enchantment indeed. I happen to have just the thing to get you there. And he kind of just looks skyward, and as he does, a humongous jar comes flinging out of the distance, and yet as it doesn't really seem like it's moving closer, and anything, it seems like it's getting farther away until it comes to rest in its hands, and you realize it's because it was shrinking the entire time it was getting closer. So now instead there's a possibly head-sized jar, mostly occupied by a humongous eyeball floating in faint green liquid. Do you make that noise?
Yeah.
As the eye turns to look straight at you and its pupil narrows into an almost keyhole shape. And the jar starts to vibrate a little bit.
Oh, is that a friend or?
Oh no, definitely not. You've made I see that. I think he recognizes the new act when he sees one. Oh, considering the old one chopped off his head. I'll tell you what, plucking a Jabberwock's eye out of its skull is a rather unpleasant experience, even when it's not connected to the rest of the wall. It still jabbers.
Hmm.
So the eye knows Alice's touch.
No, dear. It just remembers what she looks like.
Were that eye in that jar.
I don't know. And he kind of shakes it. I don't know. Would you want to be in this jar? It is a nice jar. It's one of my best jars. No. She doesn't look like an Alice or smell like an Alice. But this dear thing, is an Alice nonetheless. And they are not so friendly with Jabberwocky by nature. It's just a ancient blood magic thing, usual standard fare.
Ancient blood magic.
Or something like that.
It's true.
But by my figuring, one would remember the sword that cut off its head. If anyone will find it, it will be him. Isn't that right? And he kind of shakes the jar a little bit malevolently this time with like a mean grin on his face. He stepped on my potato once. He doesn't do much stepping anymore.
As you're standing on this clock face, there is a kind of a thrumming in the distance. It almost feels in the air like a storm's coming.
Oh, yes, that would be the horrible shadowy forces of darkness and evil coming. I need to perform this enchantment. I would prefer to not go the way of the Jabberwock if you get my flow here, Yous.
You saying something's coming?
Oh yes, multiple somethings. In fact, perhaps even a thing some.
See, he just eats a piece of cake.
He seems pleased that you're still enjoying the unbirthday party.
He then grows 3 feet taller.
Oh, yeah. All right. And the Hatter kind of turns away from all of you, and as he does, the clock face he stands upon gives a roaring as beneath the glass plate you stand on top of, the arms spin around, one much faster than the other wildly, until they both come to stand perfectly on the 12 o'clock midnight mark. And then, as he begins to, what you would assume is cast some kind of enchantment, as he places a hand on the top of the jar and one on the bottom, closes his eyes, and seems to focus for the first time since you've been here, as the purple light begins to filter in through the green of the jar. The clock begins to tick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does. As the clock begins to tick, you hear the kind of the minute hand moving. There is a sense of foreboding. There is a sense of a storm approaching. You can hear these kind of dissonant, almost like whispers on the wind as
It's a great spell.
something approaches. Many somethings, in fact. I assume
think so.
everybody is getting ready, so let's just go and roll initiative.
Do I roll initiative, or am I acting as top of the round?
You'll be top of the round, top of the round.
Love it.
What murder? He's the best guy around.
What murder?
What matter?
Not those things.
Oh, God.
I'll give you a nice little close-up.
The forces of darkness and evil and all that jazz.
All that good
Rude.
stuff. He's the best guy around.
Oh, look at him.
He's just a little guy.
Oh.
He's just a
Oh.
little guy.
I'm actually kind of horrified. No, never mind. I decided.
You see these kind of almost like gremlin, semi-goblin looking things with enormous jaws and ragged teeth. They crawl and move their way closer towards the clock. They're kind of almost like attracted to the magic that's happening here. As they move, you see they've got these long, spindly fingers with these kind of black, jagged claws at the end. And in their wake, they're leaving this almost like tar-like, viscous, honey-textured looking puddles of oil or grease, maybe. Whatever it is, it's black and it looks fucking acidic. They are going to join the old initiative. Cool. And there is a whole fledgling army of them. Let me add Leia?
Art still needs to roll.
Marcus? Are you back yet, sweet?
The drink that they spilled is just infinitely growing like a puddle.
Oh, no.
But it's super secret
no.
black hole.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly roll Jack's initiative, because by the time Jack gets back... Boggles in the way! It's the exact noise I imagine they make, too. Oh, fuck
Damn.
yeah! That's really useful, Chris.
Yo!
He's not here.
My man is ready to go and then doesn't show to the party.
True.
Oh, ascending, I guess. Oh, the boggles are acting first. Right,
Oh, shit.
emerging from around the side of this butterfly, its blue wings flutter as it flings past. You see these boggles crawl out. It looks like another type of hat, maybe a prototype hat, who knows? It crawls out on a rocky ledge, the collection of them, and they almost like... Few of them decide to take the path of this, and they're going to dash to around the edge of this clock face. The other two instead bring one of their jagged fingers down, and you see the demiplane itself kind of splits and withers, and they open a dimensional rift through. The both of them do that, and they move through to the other side of said rift, which kind of has them appear here.
A small tail forms in the Hatter's hat, which he's really pissed about.
We'll come back to art. We've got a lair. Let's go.
Alright! He kind of twists his head around to look at everyone else. Definitely a little too far, very owl-like moment. And says, well, get to it then. He may have all day, but I don't. And he kind of almost stamps his foot impatiently, and as he does, 3 playing cards come whirling out and land beside each of the people that are still actually here.
Yahoo!
And they're hovering, and they kind of bump against your legs as if asking you, hey, get on.
Hey, you want to ride?
Hey, you want to ride?
Fucking sick. Yeah, this little collection. Oh, is there anything
No,
else?
I was just saying.
Mood. They're going to action dash across the edge of this chain. Ooh, they don't quite get into melee, but they get into close. And it is Crag's go.
Okay. Craggedy Crag. Hi, Denny. Can I see my spells, please?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Denny, who has been just fucking
Yay,
flawless
Denny!
this entire time. Been great. Okay. Denny, I think we're gonna rush up to one of the green guys and cast False Life at level 1.
Oh, it didn't roll it.
Is it D4 plus 4? Yeah. For
He's feeling
6,
so lively.
and I'm feeling so healthy, and I think that is going to be my turn. Thank you so much, Denny. Legend.
Lowen.
Remember, you have a card next to you that can take you a fly speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
Go
Ooh.
where your heart tells you to.
I go to the Hatter. No.
Hey, yo!
Oh, just
I
about.
do have that effect on people.
Okay. Fly 30 feet up here. Does that count as my movement speed?
I don't believe so.
It's Jan's law.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I guess it would be like a mount.
A mount, right? Yeah.
Say yes.
Let me just read something quick.
I specifically asked for whimsy. This is not being whimsical!
I'm trying to pick something slightly more whimsical than I pull out my gun.
I could pull out my rifle.
No! I love
Yeah.
a little gun of whimsy.
Little whimsical
whimsical
bullet.
firearm.
Oh, never mind. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, for now, just to test these guys, I'm going to cast Produce Flame and toss it at this first boggle. Just gonna cut my hands together, summon a little flame, toss it. Shit. 13.
13. Just misses.
Ooh. Okay.
Flings over its shoulder.
That's my turn.
Very nice.
Oh my god, we're fighting? What the
We're
hell?
fighting! We're
You
fighting.
rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a natural
Oh, I did?
20.
Oh,
You
man.
can take a turn now. You have advantage
okay.
on whatever you want to do
Yeah.
first, by the way.
Cool. These are enemies right here? Those are enemies, right?
They are bad boys.
Okay, so yeah, he'll take the pipe out, the pipe that's curved, that's bended a little, and he goes with that red energy as I cast firebolt through it. And I guess it's at advantage if I got a nat 20 on initiative.
Yes, it's at advantage.
Right?
Absolutely.
Cool. We'll
Fire
do
about that strikes it.
That helped. Aww.
Chest pain.
Level 3. Level 3.
And with
Damage.
With a bonus action, he pulls out the what is it? The shotgun? It's not really a shotgun, but it has the double barrel.
Yeah.
The middle piece, and he's gonna shoot that at the same creature that's next to Crag. Eldridge Cannon. Oh,
Shoot that! Goes. There's part of the clock that kind of whips up and throws your aim completely off as she like hits the side of this piece of vine, which chips off in the distance.
And he'll move like right here. That's it. That's his turn.
Very good. The boggles down in the left-hand side are going to move up. They're going to use their action to dash to reach the edge of this clock here. And then Thimble. One sec, I'm just going to close my door because Nick's vacuuming. I'm a good boy.
You're good.
Good Nick. I wish Shan would call me a good boy.
You are the goodest boy. Thimble.
Thimble's gonna look around. He doesn't want to leave the Hatter's side for reasons that will become apparent if something attacks the Hatter. So he's going to pull out like a little like plastic cocktail spear from like the 80s. And
Nice.
just fucking yeet it at one of these. I guess this one.
Yep. Cocktail spear to the head.
Whereas javelin, there it is. Whoopah.
Strike. Oh yeah, you'll have blessed. Don't forget that.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
and because
yeah.
I ate a piece of cake, I had
Oh yeah, boss.
enlarge on me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yo! Very cool. Straight through this thing's chest. You almost demolish it immediately. It seems just standing as it pulls out the little cocktail thing out of its chest.
Hell yeah. And let me see if this is a bonus action or not before I end my turn. It's an action. Okay, we're good.
Sure. Lowen, with a 14, you would hit them. 14 is their AC.
Okay.
So you have a bless on you. You can roll the damage for produce flame.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Full damage.
There's a chance I might hit him if I roll a 4.
Hell yeah, you can do it.
Nope, never mind. I missed.
So
Rule
close.
Does the
It
cannon
is.
get affected by bloods?
Yes, because it's a spell coming.
It's
from
an
you,
attack,
technically.
yeah.
Oh.
Sick. Six.
Lovely.
The boggles closest to Lowen start to swarm where Lowen is. This one's gonna move here. This one's going to move here. They are crawling on all fours. You see their like little piranha jaws moving.
Gross.
Buggle! They are going to... They're gonna try and pummel Lowen, collectively. They start to swarm you. 4 attacks. 1, 2... 3... 4... You're like beating them off with the back.
One hit.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah! One manages to kind of hook into your calf and like really get in there. Their little claws. You feel this kind of like
Ow.
tar-like substance kind of start to drip from the wound.
Ew.
Oh yeah. These bogs start to move down towards the Hatter. They start to move towards the Hatter. 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 Symbol. Symbol. So 2 of these attacks are coming at actually one of these attacks is at the Hatter. A 19.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that hits.
Oh. Yo.
Intercept.
Do it, brother. Very nice.
Nothing.
No damage.
No damage. How are you protecting the Hatter?
You see, he just like takes the string that's on his shield and just like whips the button out and blocks the little pummel and pulls the shield back.
Very cool. So fucking cool. One of them is gonna try and pummel you. Simbi, miss drastically as you beat it on the way back, and then the other two are going to excrete. They have like these little gills that are all across their bodies, and they kind of spit out this horrible kind of Icarus tar substance. And they're going to do that in the squares they're on. Because they're little shits.
You.
Yummy, 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 yummy. We can do it. Tar? Tar. Oh, wow. One day, Roll20 will not lag. It will be the day that I get good internet. And that is what they are going to do.
Okay.
Jack.
Hey, it's me. Jack is gonna, I mean, he sees a bunch there, but Alice is being swarmed, so he's gonna move 5, 10, 15 right there, and he's gonna aim the cannon at probably this one that looks like it's injured already, and attempt to shoot as a bonus action. Right?
You! That hits!
Hey, I don't know. Yeah, doesn't it?
Hell yeah, it does!
I'm so
Hell
sorry.
yes.
I have to ask. Did you refer to Lowen as Alex?
New Alice.
Right. I was
New
like,
Alice.
right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a. I thought it was fun.
So that was at the one that was bleeding. Is it still alive or? Oh,
I have good news. You have killed it. I would love for you to describe how you have killed the boggle.
So yeah, he aims it. He's like, that keeps happening, and then he looks over his shoulder, sees New Alice. So then he runs, and as he runs, he does like a slight little hop, and then shoots with the Eldritch Cannon, and you know the same sound, and then a loud crash next to Lowen. As he shoots, the recoil spins him around, and when he spins around, he takes aim at this one of these guys right over here with his pipe, his rod, and he'll shoot a firebolt at that one, the closest one.
Absolutely hits.
Hey. Oh, someone pressed something, and there we go. Okay.
Absolutely
So
bloodies
7
the
at
shit.
the lead one, right here.
Ah! It erupts in flames. It is bloodied.
And that's it. That's his turn.
We are on to Lair. Mr. Hatter? Have we still got CJ?
Oh no.
Oh no! CJ! CJ! I miss you so bad. Oh no. The horrors have come. In real life. I will hack the Hatter for a brief moment. Oh! Oh, CJ, your mic's not working, Pookie.
Oh no.
Oh no! If you just type out who you want to fling that to, and then maybe you can fix your mic. Miss you so bad. Come back. Hello? No dice.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
I'm on my phone. I don't know why. I think my internet is shitting itself just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. No worries. Who did you want to give
Wee
the
bit.
tea to?
All of the player characters.
All of the babies. Everybody, you have Fortune's favor. Is there anything else next year?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick the boggle in its face. It doesn't do anything. I just want to feel better.
You do feel better. You see your foot implants itself into its face, and it creates like a foot mark, which sludges down into its head.
He kind of gives it like a yeah, suck that grin.
Nice. Very cool. Awesome. The green bogs are going to move towards the Hatter, indeed. This one's going to provoke a opportunity attack from you, Crag, if you want to take that.
Indeed. Face mine blade.
Face
Give
mine
thine
blade.
blood.
Oh wait, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, the sensor.
That absolutely
Eat
does
slugs.
it. Eat slugs. Fuck yeah.
Eat slugs, oil boy.
Oil boy. You deliver a fateful attack towards its knees. It kind of moves aside in a very dexterous way and avoids the full blunt force of your blade, but continues on. It does look injured though. Is there, I assume? Yeah, no. Okay, cool. This boggle is going to move up to the north. The two closest to the Hatter are going to do the excretions. They're gonna just pee a little.
Ew.
Peeing a little.
I wish they wouldn't. I wish you would call it an excretion.
Good excrete on him. And the two southern ones are going to try and attack our friend Crag.
They'll fail. Observe. Alright, maybe. Okay, can I use Fortune's favor and roll a d20?
Yes, you can. The second attack?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The
Jenny,
favor.
can you roll a d20, please?
Hell
sorry.
yeah!
I rolled it.
No, yeah.
And I'll keep the
yeah.
7!
You take some tea. The tea kind of creates this perfumed air. The boggle gets lost in and what? Misses you. And then it is your go. You have the opportunity to return.
Oh, I do. So I think that I would like to cast. Sorry about this. I think I would like. I think I would just like to use Devotee Sensor, please, Denny. Please, Denny. I would like to use it on the one, not north of me. So I would like to move northeast 1 square.
It's like chess. I like
Yeah,
it.
perfect. Yes, and then attack the one that is northwest of me. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah, thank you so much, Tim. And then I would like to Devotee Sensor. Oh no.
It swings wide.
Oh yeah. Oh. Duel me. And that is my turn.
Very cool. Very cool. We have Lowen, and you should have access now.
Okay. Sick. Lauren, just like twists in place and suddenly they're a wolf. I'm just gonna move their token and put a little wolf.
A wee wolf.
In all levels except including physical, I am a wolf. And said wolf is going to bite at this one, at this boggle.
Hit the bog. That absolutely fucking hits. Flip it limb from limb.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh! I got a ragdoll this bug!
Damn!
Hold up. Let me
Get proned.
get proned on. Hold up. Ah!
Oh, maybe not.
It's like the shaking. It's holding the jaws of it across from its head. It's putting everything into this. Ah!
Jesus!
It's doing everything it can. It's the main character. It's the new Alice. Okay, cool.
my God.
These purple bogs are gonna. They're gonna move forward. They're trying to surround the Hatter with moderate amounts of success, in fact. The other two in the back need to dash. And so they shall. These two are gonna dash up to where the hare is, our friend JJ. And these two are going to excrete for their action.
Stop it!
Mm. Excretion. Bimby.
Hell. I'm being excreted on. I'm pissing on my new shoes. You boo goo.
I'm excrete goofing. Denny.
Thimble draws his sword finally, and he will slash at this one. Wait, no, he's fine. This is the one that's like almost dead, right? The one southwest of me. I hit him with a javelin, and homeboy hit him with a spell.
Yes. He's on his way out. He's about to be delivered.
Smack. 17. Well, 19, but...
Yes.
Okay, 14 damages.
How do you want to do this?
It just kind of whirls around, stabs him through with the needle.
Very nice.
Nothing
It
crazy.
crumples to the ground, clutching the end of the needle, looking up into your eyes with its own pitiful, droopy eyeballs. It says,
Oh,
it's gonna
me?
remember
What
you
was
in the
that?
afterlife. It says, these two. Oh, is there anything else? Sorry.
No, I don't have bonus actions.
Very cool. These two are going to try and attack the wolf that is in front of it. With their little fists, they beat against the side of the wolf that's hurting their friend. And they both miss. And they both miss.
Yay!
Glory.
I missed. Try it again.
And I missed.
Alright, third time. It's something. What would I aim for? So I'm gonna stick together.
The southern one to the wolf is going to see that its demise is very imminent at the jaws of this wolf, and it goes, "Ah!" Kind of shoves the wolf's jaws off of its body, and then using its claw rips open a little piece of a rift in space-time in this dimension. It's gonna bonus action leave. It's gonna head out. And instead of here,
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
and it's going to sprint.
That was destructive.
It's going to sprint around this corner, come to a skidding halt here, and it's going to excrete. It's gone piss a little for its action.
Stop excreting on me!
1 sec, I need to draw the excretions.
Do these oils like look different at all?
They all look
One
the
perhaps
same.
stickier than the other. Okay.
Oh.
They all look the same. It's hard to say which one it is, though.
This is fair. This is fair.
Awesome. The pink bogs. The pink bog on the right is going to excrete. The one that's northeast to the Hatter is going to try and pummel the Hatter. 9 misses.
Yeah.
1 attack at Thimble. Oh! And one attack
That'll
at
hit.
Crag. An 18, Blitzmonk.
Indeed.
Alright. Some serious damage coming this way. A solid 0 +5. That's for
What?
you. And the 2 is for Crag.
Okay.
Very good. Jack.
Okay. Jack is going to move right here. I think I'm still in the range. This one.
Yeah. You're in the range of both of them.
So, he's going to look at the one right below him, and he's going to start feeling on his armor for something. And then he's like, oh, right, this. And he pulls, like, there's a small little string on the back right of his armor that he kind of pulls, and it looks like, it's almost like, it's like it dents in a little bit around the stomach area. It dents in, and it's like a small little hole. And he's going to reach and basically put like what looks like a decently sized, like a softball-like stone right there. And then you hear it charging up.
No, Lord.
And then he goes, and then you just hear same sound as the Eldritch Cannon as he casts this thing right here. Where is it? He does this thing. I'm showing you shortly.
I'm so excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. What is the Vunk?
Catapult.
Fuck
He
yeah.
does catapult, and he goes in a 90. It's a 90-foot line, and it hits that line right underneath him.
Yo!
Dexterity
That's so
save.
cool. Okay, this is top to bottom. Top. Ooh. He sees it coming.
He makes it.
This one doesn't.
He fails. He
This
makes
one
it.
just makes it. Sees his friend go down. The other one glances over, straight in the side of the head. Next guy sees it.
So the
Definitely
ones who
moves other way.
succeed take half.
Yep.
Ones
Okay.
who succeed take half. The ones who fail take just 8.
Very good.
Oh, low. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad roll.
That's 4. This guy is eating absolute slugs. You kill him. He gets softballed in the side of the head. What a way to go out, honestly. Kind of jealous.
That was an action. As a bonus action. Now, from what I remember, there was no disadvantage up close. I think.
No, yeah, there's none. Yeah, we don't
He's
do
gonna
that.
aim at the one right in front of him.
Fuck yeah.
As an Eldritch Cannon, he's going to aim. He's going to shoot the Eldritch Cannon. Eldritch Cannon at the one in front.
Imagine missing with a shotgun right in front. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus.
He kind of ducks out of the way. He pulls like his leg off the side where you're trying to shoot it off. He is bloodied. Yeah, you're also blessed.
Yeah, hashtag blessed.
Cool.
And I think that's all he's gonna do for right now.
You have killed 1, bloodied 2, and let me just check this last one. Indeed. There we go. Absolutely. This guy has a softball implanted in the side of his head. Awesome. Lair.
Right. So the Harry's getting pretty irritated at this point. He's extremely surrounded and just kind of thinking to himself, why are these people not even bothered bringing these people? This is not a very good way to celebrate an on-birthday, and I'm tired of it. Well, I was almost hit, so, you know what? And they've ruined my boots, and I'm honestly so over that, you know? They stole my shoes,
Not the
and I'm
boots.
irritated.
But this is why I'm holding him back over here.
So he's just gonna take his upper hand off of the lid of the jar and just grab the brim of his hat and kind of twist it down really hard. And as he does, a pulse of energy flashes out around him, and every boggle that is on this platform near me goes flying in one direction.
Flinging out. They're all flinging away to the edge of this clock.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put them in the direction that they like fly out, because it's
Yeah,
gonna be
absolutely.
so many bitches flinging around. They're out.
Yeah, get the fuck away from me. I'm over this.
Mood. This one is technically in 10 feet. It hits the edge of this and nearly skids over. This guy flings over his dead friend. This guy technically also flings out.
Hell yeah. Hellish.
And that one's dead, so it just slumps.
He just kind of slides off the ledge.
Yeah.
I imagine it has that sound of like when something, like the classic in a movie where something face plants and then slides down. It's that.
Yeah. They slide off the edge. They're not problems, no mores. Awesome. Let's do it.
Yeah. He's just, and then he's just gonna slap his hand back down on the lid and go back to focusing and be like, people have no manners.
Oh no! I've made a fatal mistake. Purple, purple. Yellow. Pink. Okay, these are green. Okay, the greens. They're gonna move back. This one's gonna move up to here. This one's gonna move up to here. And this one's going to move back up in this direction and slide back over where his friend is. The top one's gonna try and attack Thimble.
Hell yeah.
It's very oily up here. It's oily.
Just misses.
It slides too hard, too fast. It slides right past you. Continues on its merry way. The one that's south. Both of them are going to excrete.
Oh god.
Ew.
So much oil.
It's so much oil everywhere. So funny.
Stop. If anybody lights the fire around me, I'm gonna die.
Crack, you're up.
It says it's non-flammable in the tooltip, so I think we're good.
I will wing my bloodhound's fang downward at the one directly to my west.
Yes.
Fuck's a bloodhound fang?
It's an Elden Ring weapon. It's exactly how I imagine my. It's exactly how I imagine.
Am I clicking devotee sensor? Is the
devotee
weapon?
sense, yeah, sorry. Yeah!
Absolutely hits. Very cool. Bloodied immediately. Is there
Get
anything
back.
else you'd like to do?
Ooh. I would only like to challenge them to a duel in the ways of the Rakatata. And then my turn.
Ratatata. Ratatata. Lowen.
I'm biting the one in front of me.
Bon appetit.
Okay.
It's very quick. You snap your jaws and it gives you a little bonk on the head.
I growl. I'm not trying. Oh, I do have Fortune's favour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead.
Yeah!
Yay! You eat it. Snack. Very cool. Let me quickly make a... Oh my god, these things somehow very strong.
It's got a lot of like, it's got a wide stance because it's got so many little legs.
It's got a lot of fight in it. It's a lot of fight in the dog.
Yeah. I'm angry.
It is bloodied. Climby.
I think you just skipped their turn. You did. You skipped
did
the
I?
purple's turns.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, This one is dead. This one's going to move back towards where it was before. It is going to try and attack the Hatter. It's going to have a little snack. And will miss. You kick it straight in the head. Whooshka.
He's
The
got
two...
a vicious kick, man.
He does. He's got a solid front kick. The two up closest to the hair also miss. And that is their go. Thimble.
These are high rolls here, guys.
First things first, I'm going
really?
to do something I didn't know was possible when I gained the item. Wow. I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast Levitate on this one. So it needs to make a... I'll link it for you just in case you want. Constitution saving throw. The DC is 14. Well, alright, never mind.
They're rolling like hot
Nothing
fire.
happens. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm using my fortune's favor on that. Wait, let me look.
Oh.
Yeah, I will.
Hey!
So it's then going to move over the gap, and I'm gonna end concentration.
Very nice. It plummets off. You hear in the distance.
Hell yes.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to smack. There's so many bloody ones. This one.
Hell yes.
Whack. That's gonna miss.
Pwah. You're like half concentrating on the bubble that's floating out. This guy tries to nip at your heels. You kind of dodge, give him a little bonk on the head. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. No, thank you.
Okay. It is time for the yellow boggles to rise up. Yoggles. Yoggles rise up. The rabbit is gonna get a little nip on the back of his leg. 20?
Who's that for?
That's you, Buki.
Me?
Yep.
I'll do Fortune's favor.
Ooh.
I think I have that.
You do.
So.
It misses. Fortune's favor!
Fortune's favor.
The
Yeah, bitch!
top two are gonna attack the wolf. Wolf. 118?
one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
A solid 3 bludgeoning. Very nice.
The wolf yelps.
No! Very good. We've got the pink ones. The pink ones are going to move back slowly. And they are going to... You guessed it, folks. Excrete.
No!
Excretion Maxima. Except the south one, which doesn't excrete because there's already excretion. It's going to move to here and do it instead.
Yeah, no, I do not like.
Very
the way
nice.
we can't move, Blitz.
So much excretion.
Oops, all excreting.
And this one's gonna try and attack the Hatter. Trying to break the concentration, it misses. Very good. Jumping Jack.
Okay, so he was looking down and he hears something trying to attack him from behind. I guess one of those tea, like a tea kettle, like gets in a way or something.
Yep.
So he kind of ducks his head and he's like, oh, and then in between his arm, he aims the pipe backwards at this creature and the red energy glow as he tries to fire a bolt.
Absolutely hits.
Okay, cool. Is that what, do I have, is it add, I'm trying to see if it's added bless. I can't tell.
It didn't.
I think it is. Whatever.
It hits regardless. You shoot this thing straight in the skull, and immediately it kind of crumples down to the ground and perishes. Oh!
Nice. With that, he'll aim the Eldritch Cannon at the one directly in front of him, and
He puts both his arms up.
He's going
Puts
to
both the thumb up.
shoot. You should have stayed away from me.
Just hits.
I think it had it. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, it hits. Cool.
It had an 8 HP. How do you want to do this?
Exactly as he said. He's just like, you should have stayed away from me. Then he shoots.
Rest in peace.
I don't know. No, shouldn't.
Rest in peace.
Then he'll
That's-
move.
Very nice.
He'll move like right there.
You see there's a lot of thick, slicking oil. Lair action.
Right. Okay. Just to this one that's above me, it's not dead, it just has the line through it?
Yeah, sorry, that was when I was initially putting down the oil slicks. That is an oil slick, it is not dead.
Okay. I'm really sick of that little shitter trying to hit me. Because he's the one who keeps trying to smack my ass. So the Hatter's just gonna kind of glance over at him, and there's a quick flash of blue light from his eyes, and then there's a as a hat pin the size of a telephone pole comes flying at this thing.
Holy shit. That's so funny. Fuck yeah. Immediately impaled and immediately murdered.
He just kind of says, "Don't ever piss on my shoes again!" Have your birthday, you little bastard!
That's so funny. Awesome. The green bugs, this one is going to attack the Hatter, the one that's on your right. It says, misses?
I simply stick my boot out.
New boot goofing. This green one moves, excretes, and the other one is going to try and attack Crag. $15?
No, my AC is a nice 16.
Very nice, very nice. You have the right to respond.
I do, and not only do I, but I will. I am trapped. So I guess we'll just make do. I am again going to attack the one to my west with the Devotee's Censer.
A solid swing.
For a delicious
Absolutely.
hit. Oh, wow.
How would you like to do this?
Indeed, the blade, he's surrounded by oil. He balances on his on one big blocky rocky foot and twists like a ballerina, and suddenly the long sword cuts through the air as though the creature were like a vegetable, and he was Gordon Ramsay, and he puts the end of the blade in his mouth afterwards and drinks some of the ichor and continues, and then turns his attention southward and says, "Your turn to dance." And that's my turn.
Very cool. Lowen.
Wolf's just going kind of crazy up here. Just having a great time.
Have a little snap.
Yeah. Kind of glance down there at like the massive pool of oil that's just slowly forming, and it's just like, I'm glad I'm not down there. And I'm gonna snap at this one that's already injured.
Very yummy. Absolutely hits. How would you like to do this?
You know when a dog like picks up its kill and shakes its head vigorously to snap its neck?
God.
Very cool.
Yeah. Lowen does that, like picks it up, shakes, and then just very elegantly drops it off the edge of the platform.
It plummets away.
And looks at the next one.
Its knees are shaking.
And just like puffs.
Knees are
The
trembling.
absolutely way Shan's terrified way Shan said, "Very cool," was great.
Very good. Awesome. This Boggle is going to use its bonus action to carve a rift where it's standing, and it slips through, and it's going to reappear up here. And it's going to use its action to try and slice at the Hatter. 16?
It's gonna hit.
Bon appetit! Bon appetit!
Hatter.
It is in the northwest. I'm not sure if your fighting style...
Only the creature getting hit has to be within 5 feet of me.
Okay, sure. Alright, then nothing happens.
Just grabs me by my trousers and like pulls me away.
Thimble.
Pretty much. I'm just gonna swing at the green one.
What Chad this guy is, dude.
For 18.
Yep.
For 12 damage.
It perishes.
Woo! And that's my turn.
Very nice.
We are making headway.
It is the yellow's turn. The yellow looks at its foe. It says, "Oh, it misses. That's fine.
Why does this thing talk like Doodle Bob?
I don't know. I didn't, this wasn't on the paperwork. This one on the right is going to Dimensional Rift. It's gonna up here on this side. It's gonna try and hit the Hatter.
Bro.
18.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Slicing at your new hat.
And
Wait,
if I use the
at the Hatter.
reaction I have...
At the Hatter, you say?
Ah! Go crazy, go stupid! Oh my god! He just got it back and he uses it, baby. I
Love
like
it.
this guy.
Yep. Cool. Nothing happens.
Nice, back to my gnome!
The other pink ones are going to do the same thing, pretty much.
Uh-oh.
They disappear, and they are gonna do... What? 17?
Ah.
Haha.
CJ?
I can't do anything.
Huh?
What's your AC?
What's happening?
Would a 17 hit you?
Yeah, 17's gonna hit.
It's gonna
and
be...
if I use my reaction, that risks breaking it?
If you use anything other than your action to do this, you can use your reaction. Your action is what's being absorbed in the ritual currently. So you can use bonus and reactions.
I'm gonna do this and impose disadvantage on it.
Very nice. You do a little 1-2 step. 50?
Yeah, it's still gonna hit.
You get 1 point of damage. It nicks you.
I could have... That's a roll concentration for that, even.
Delightful, delightful. Jack.
I guess so. I don't think I have any bonus actions.
Oh yeah, Jack. Sorry, I wasn't sure what was. Yeah. So Jack sees everything that's happening, and he kind of rubs his goggles because they fogged up a bit. And then he sticks his tongue out as it's just hanging on the side of his mouth as he looks like he's concentrating. And he aims the pipe at this one that looks injured already.
Hell yeah!
Firebolt. He tries to firebolt.
Fire!
He
Bolt!
attempts What do I say? Actually, is the firebolt better? Actually... Nah, I'll still do it. Hey, I think I added bless finally.
Yay! It hits. And this guy immediately explodes in flame. and perishes.
Now he's gonna aim for the other top one right here with the Eldritch Cannon, still concentrating, tongue outside mouth, just
Tongue outside mouth.
concentrate. Ooh, not concentrated. Not good enough. Not good enough.
Yes, something goes awry in your mechanics.
It goes. He's like, fine. That's what he does.
Very cool. Le.
Right. I just want to use all of my later actions because they're cool. So I could just whirlwind again, but that's lazy. So I'm gonna look to the one that's directly left of me that hit me for 1 whole damage and scratched my nicest trousers. It'll take 2 whole minutes to stitch closed, and he's gonna cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Let's see how smart it is. Not enough.
Yeah. I don't. Does Phantasmal Force have to be in the visual effect? Have to be in an empty area?
I'm not sure. I think you have the spell. Can you drop it?
Yes, I can.
Of your choice, no larger than 10-foot cube, perceivable only to the target for the duration. I don't think it needs to be in an empty space. You can have it wherever you like.
I just wanted to see if I could make it look like it's the Hatter that's the phantasm.
Hell yeah. Where are you gonna put fake self?
Yeah. This poor thing has just seen the craziest shit in front of it. Like, where there was once a slightly weird man, now there's this horrible, deranged thing that, if you squint, it looks like a person, but the limbs are all mostly in the right place. But it's no good. It's freaky. It's like its head can just spin around all the way, and it looks at it like, this is not a good day for you, little.
I'm not paid enough for this. I work here.
And the Phantasm can go ahead and deal damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Each round on your turn, the Phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic to the target if it's in the Phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool, very cool. 1 point back.
I get it. I perfectly bad. All things equal, as they should be.
It's like...
Yeah, this horrible thing just, like, creaking and groaning, reaches out, extends one massive claw, and then just flicks slightly across the pants that this Boggle is now suddenly wearing. Rips a seam in their pants.
What's the seam? Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Awesome.
That's all I can do, I think.
This green bog is going to, much like its comrades, going to carve open a little rift just behind it. It kind of waves at Crag as it leans back and is absorbed in the, I guess, mini portal-esque thing. It's going to reappear up here, standing over its dead friendo. I'm just going to move aside for ease. And it is going to try and attack the Hatter. Atta, one might say. 13. Misses, I believe.
Foul beast.
Back! And it is your turn. Kragus.
Tis I, Crag. Could we go to spells, Denny, and could Crag extend a blocky rocky arm towards the creature to the Hatter's southwest and cast Toll the Dead?
Ooh.
Make the dolorous bells ring.
Saves 13.
Ooh. It says, "There are no bugs."
This one is particularly wise. I am quite stuck, other than a jump. But I like being here. It's quite cozy, so I'll end my turn.
It's very nice. Lowen. Wolfen.
I'm gonna try and bite this guy. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is bloodied. You rip off an arm. It's thrown to the ground. It looks up at you. Its knees are quaking. Arms.
I look and I make eye contact and I just snap the arm in my jaw and drop it in front of it.
It's like picking it up, trying to like tar it up so it can reattach it.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I believe all the purples are deado, so they can be removed. Thimble.
Here goes nothing. Thimble is going to walk into the goop.
It's goop time.
Strong boy.
New boot goopin'. Could you please give me a DC 11 dexterity saving throw?
No! Okay. Whew.
You make it. It's very slippery though, and it's a little bit sticky.
Oh, that was Crag. Hang on. I mean, I have a -1, so it would have been.
You still would have made it.
Just
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's going to swing at the only one he can reach, which is this pink one. Whack.
Absolutely.
For 13.
A delicious delivery. How would you like to do this?
Just kind of walks, and like as he almost falls down, he's gonna thrust to correct his, weight and stab through this thing, like right in the center mass, and then pull it out.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
sorry.
It slides down into the mucus mud, the thick tar, and shuts its eyes. And dies. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is it.
Very nice. Alright.
I'm going to preemptively move.
Yes.
Going to move there, which will be another dex, or is that with strength?
Let me just read this. The stances turn there must succeed. I believe it's at the start of your turn you'll have to make the save again if you stay in them. The puddle. The muddle.
Oh, okay. Copy that. So I'll hang out. Unless there's anything. No, I don't have. It would be an action to clear it probably, and I don't have actions left.
You could probably move out if you didn't want to make the save.
But then I'm gonna move in next turn anyways, so.
Yeah.
Right. And I would have to.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. The yellow bog just looks up at disadvantage. Wait. No, not a disadvantage. It's gonna use half its movement to stand. It's gonna try and swipe at the wolf's face. Miss desperately. It's only got one arm. It's bleeding tar. It's sadly wobbled. This pink one is gonna try and attack the Hatter again. Because it did so well last time. Missing desperately. The south one is also gonna try and attack the Hatter. 18? I think that hits.
Yes, that's absolutely. Well, it just
Not
doesn't
anymore.
matter, does it? One lands. He's in there just batting shit away for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
It's like you crush up something. Oh my god.
Jumping Jack.
Jump Jack finishes, tinker and aims at this green one right here. Actually, he squints and aims at the one furthest away.
Nice.
The southwest.
Yes.
With these Eldritch cannon, if I could find it. Boop.
Fuck yeah, that
Oh.
hits.
Yeah.
With the
Right?
blast.
No!
Cool. Nice.
Absolutely. Immediately bloodied.
And firebolt, the same one. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, spicy.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
it is dead. It is dead. How would you like to do this?
Damn.
Yeah. So again, tongue out,
Tongue out.
concentrating. He kind of crouches a little bit to try and like get, like he's trying to angle it, and he shoots. He shoots over the top of the gnome, but in between the Hatter's legs.
Very cool.
That's probably not actually possible.
Nope, it's definitely
magic.
possible here.
It's fine. It
No,
happens.
it absolutely is. He's tall and you're crouching. It works. It works.
It works.
Oh, he's
Also-
6 feet tall right now. Okay, so under both of their legs. There you go.
Oh, hell yeah!
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, he just moved over one.
Very nice. We got a lair. That's you, CJ. Sigis.
I'm just trying to. I'm just. Yeah. I was trying to decide if I was gonna do something funny or just impale something, and I think I'm just gonna impale something.
Mood.
And just. And I'm sorry I keep asking. I just haven't used Phantasmal Force before ever in my entire D&D career. I don't. It's not an action to have it do the damage. It's
No.
just able to do it.
Yeah, I believe it's at the start of your turn. From memory.
That's kind of sexy. Wow, we're doing big damage here, dude.
It screams. It's really scared. It's really horrifying.
Yeah, he basically just sticks a. It sees the phantasm stick a claw out and just poke it really hard in the chest, and it, and there's like a little spot in the middle, and he just leans back and smiles and says, "I think right there will do." And then the hat pin, which is still pinned to the ground with a splatter mark underneath it, just flies up into the air and launches down at this guy directly centered on its chest.
It's giving acne. Very cool.
Over it. He's over him.
How would you like to do this?
I just want, like, the comical effect of something really small in the distance, and there's a and you see the shadow growing larger and larger on this thing, centered directly on the tiny little pinprick he left on it, and then it just comes slamming into him, full, just a telephone pole with an oil slick around it, basically, is what's left.
Oh man. This last green boggle is standing among its fallen comrades. It's gonna diligently try and schmack the Hatter. 13 misses. It's breathing laboriously, heavily. Crag.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I would again like to cast
Toll Line Dead.
Toll the Dead on the last remaining boggle in this oil field, the one to the Hatter's northwest.
It fails, and it absolutely gets its shit rocked. How would you like to do
Oh my
this?
god!
Oh, yo!
Holy shit.
He extends a hand forth and he conjures the Dolorous Bell, and he incants a prayer in the name of she above and below, and near and far, and invites the boggle to choose an alternate side, to join death, and the boggle's mind simply gives in and falls to a relaxing and permanent peace.
Aww.
So
Very wholesome.
Alright.
Yeah, Lowen, the last standing bog.
I'm gonna bear down on this thing and just gently try and bite its head.
Yeah,
You
definitely
just-
bite his fucking head.
Just
You absolutely
gently. I just gently, my entire maw covers its head and crushes it.
It dies. It's
Very
perishes.
gently.
It's very
And
nice.
It's not antithetical, but it's something like that.
I turn and look at the others. Oh my god, what's that? Do I feel like I could leap onto the platform?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, I'm just
You
gonna
are.
take a big old jump.
Out of initiative.
Whee!
Oh! Steps off the goop.
Very merry on birthday.
Oh my god. Crack point 4 is the wolf from Prophecy.
What?
There's a wolf in the prophecy.
I don't think so.
No, this is a different prophecy.
Oh, that prophecy, not this prophecy. Okay.
No, yes, that prophecy, not this prophecy.
Wait, no.
The
Is
prophecy
it that
of that.
prophecy or the other prophecy?
Are you guys
No,
on
no,
something?
no.
Like,
The
I
other
don't care,
prophecy
but
is
if you
about the
are,
hedgehog.
like, share?
This
I mean,
prophecy.
the high of life and a good cup of tea, my friend. And he says, as he says this, he like stamps his heel down into one of the bottles that's kind of still formed next to him as it's melting, and just grinds it down cheerfully.
It's like the demiplane's claiming itself.
I try to keep them out, but you know how things just slip by sometimes.
Jack, I need hydrating immediately.
There's all kinds of oil on the ground.
I've class.
While Craig was just quickly responding, Jack would have scooped up a little bit of oil from the ground, and then acted like he was, like it was coming from his stuff.
Yeah,
Feeding.
it makes all the difference.
It's like it's oil. It's fine.
Quickly, Jack, I can feel myself tightening up. Oh, there we go. That's better. Thank you.
Birthday to me.
No problem.
Me. A very merry birthday for you. For you.
The back of the rabbit, like hair stand up on the back of the rabbit's neck a little bit. Jack's neck with the wolf looking at him. It's like, in his mind, he's thinking, "You may think I'm prey, but I'll show you."
Is anybody hurt? Did anybody take any like hard hits or anything?
No. He looks down in dismay at his pants, which represents a single HP of damage that he took. Fat fucking saves by the gnome. That was unreal. It was so good. Just says, "Oh, my pants did."
I can't help you there. Needle's too big. He's gonna give himself 5 HP back with land hands.
What news, Hatter? Is your ritual complete?
I would think that right as he asks that, the minute hand clicks back into place on the 12 as well as the hour hand, and a rattling boom of a clock toll like the bong. That's what I'm trying to describe for when the hand goes to the right place. Sorry, I don't know what just happened. I don't know how clocks work. This is what it's actually really. And he turns around, and now the Jabberwock eye the iris has turned a bright, vibrant blue, from where it floats in the questionable substance, and it seems to be looking out in a direction somewhere. And the Mad Hatter has a very big smile on and says, "I do believe it's worked."
Excellent.
And I do say, we
Those
have a
small-
lovely new Alice on our hands.
I told you. They've finally come.
Was someone saying something? By the way, I'm sorry.
No. I was about to say, Jack does a small little golf clap when you complete what you're doing.
He's going to turn to. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening right now. My brain is Swiss cheesing really hard.
Which one, Lowen?
He's going to move over to new Alice.
Oh.
Sorry, no, new Alice with the jar in hand, and he holds it out to her.
They take it.
As your hands come to wrap around it, he keeps his grip on it and leans in a little closer and says, "Through the air precipitous the vorpal blade did havoc. Before the girl the head did fall, the body going slack. The monster felt the sword was lost, or maybe stole away. Slumbering on eye lone, its gleaming edge does lay. But still one knows where must it be, bound by blood so black. And though it's dead without its head, the Jabberwock comes back." And he hands it to you.
Okay, thank you. I look down at the jar.
He'll take you where you need to go.
I see.
The eye kind of glances up at you, and if a raw eyeball could like squint at you bitterly, it would, but it has no eyelids, so it just kind of flickers back to where it's supposed to be looking.
That's
And don't worry. Sorry, he swallows nothing. He doesn't swallow anything, but it looks like he swallows. Of course, we'll be joining you on Lone Isle. You faced the Jabberwock before, but this time
I have.
you won't be alone.
Well, you're not fighting the Jabberwock, it's dead.
And to
No,
say that I've faced it before is incorrect, because I haven't been here before.
Lowen, you are the chosen one.
Old Alice, the Jabberwock, did slayed the Jabberwock. New Alice gets the Bandersnatch in the Jumper. 2 for 1! I think that's quite a delight.
We will be there.
I shan't go with you, I think. A new birthday is coming up tomorrow, and I just simply have far too much planning to do. That being said, and he's going to walk over to his rabbit friend here. You would see on his shoulder the Dormouse is sleeping and has slept through this entire fight. It's giving a little and he's going to reach into his pocket with one hand, and with the other he kind of extends his hand out like he expects you to hand him something.
Oh, kind of just like looks for a minute and pulls out a hammer.
No.
Oh,
my dear hair, your brain has gone topsy-turvy. Put that thing away. And he kind of just wiggles his fingers and knowing him for as long as you've had, you actually kind of get the inkling that what he's trying to get you to hand him is your notebook.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, he'll take out the book. Hand it over.
He's going to take it from your hands, so long as you let him.
Yeah.
And he'll just kind of flip it open to a page that is empty, even though you're pretty sure it's a page you've written on before, right? And with a quick flick of his wrist, he kind of just produces a quill pen out of thin air and rapidly writes something down before he slaps the book closed and hands it back to you. And as he does so, you see bookmarking the page where he wrote something seems to be a handful of cards. That's for you, old friend.
Oh. Thank you for that.
Just kind of tucks it away.
Anyway, and he takes his hat off and starts getting ready to go back through it.
Before he goes, Jack is going to remove the teapot from his head because he never took it off, and hold it out to the Mad Hatter.
Oh, no. That was an unbirthday gift for you. You've already given me quite the present today. At least I can offer you a teapot. And if you look down, you'll see the teapot is actually full of tea bags.
He nods. I plan to use this. I'm sure we'll need some.
I quite think you shall. And he kind of offers his hand to help you step into the hat.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. And he'll help each individual through the hat until hopefully Lowen, you're the last one. And as you get ready to go back through and leave this place, he kind of clasps his other hand on top of yours to hold it. And in a weirdly serious tone for a guy that's like this, he leans in and says, "When you meet the Queen, and it is a win, you must take her storybook before she figures out what you're doing. She has the book. She has you. She has all of us. Step through now."
Okay, I've heard as much, so thank you.
Be safe, New Alice.
I'll
Maybe I'll see
try.
you on another unbirthday.
Maybe. Or maybe you'll see me on my birthday. Who knows?
Oh, birthday, that would be quite the exception.
Hmm.
What a rarity indeed.
Kind of smiles awkwardly and just climbs into the hat.
Nice. And I don't know where, or if Chanfit would deposit them anywhere else, or if they just come back out into the garden.
I'd come back out into the garden with you.
Nice. He's
Out of the hat?
seated back at the table, hat already on his head, pants repaired as if nothing had ever happened to begin with.
Thank you for the help. And the tea.
Who are you?
No one.
This is Lowen.
Pleasure to meet you, Lowen. Now, if you don't mind, I'm in the middle of something rather important, so have a lovely day.
And you.
I'll try. And he just lets the dormouse. He lifts his hand where the dormouse has been hiding under it in the warmth, and the dormouse scurries out to carry a cup of tea up to him.
It's as the Hatter often says, Lowen. Before they forget. It's no use going back to yesterday. Because I was a different person then.
Okay.
I assume everybody starts to leave.
Yeah.
Returning back
I'm
to the
following
Wonderwood.
the eye.
You hold this surprisingly warm jar of suspicious liquid with this floating eye. I believe it's the size of a softball. It's a good analogy. The extension of it is crooked and thick, like you'd expect a tendon to be. Actually, you've seen a tendon and repaired tendons yourself, Lowen. This almost looks like a tendon. Beautiful, bright, vibrant red, and it seems jaggedly pointed in a direction that kind of icy kind of light blue eye focused into the distance.
Oh.
And as you leave the clearing, you see the garden kind of almost shrink in on itself, or kind of the trees all loom down back onto the Hatter. And CJ, maybe you'd like to describe the last glimpse of the Hatter as they leave your domain.
The Hatter is sitting there, hunched over his table, sipping his tea and humming a little unbirthday song to himself. But noticeably, 4 teacups near to where he's sitting, staggered around, are steaming as if inviting someone to come and sit down for a cup of tea if they ever want to.
Oh, I love it. Our little party makes their way off into the Wonderwood again. And that's where we're going to end this session as we leave the Hatter's domain. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for joining us on Twitch. Special shout out to CJ, who, I literally can't even comprehend the sheer skill that goes into running the Hatter. So, my god, bro.
Yeah,
it was
that was
absolutely
really good.
insane. Absolutely fucking insane. But yes, join us in today's Where in Near, and we'll be back. Bye! Bye-bye!
Goodbye!
Bye-bye!
Laters.
Laters.